They are trying to silence me from talking about the Toyota Tercel. The first video I made about this, the mic wasn't on. That was actually just my own fault. The second video I was in the process of making and the internet shut off for about 2 hours. They are trying to silence me from talking about this 1985 Toyota Tercel SR5. To be honest, I've never even heard of the Tercel before today when I saw it on Bring a Trailer. This auction was just posted today. If you want to find out more about it, I'll link it in the description below. But like honestly, I've never even thought about it. Like subconsciously, maybe when I'm driving down the road, I'm like, hey, there's an old Toyota. But I'm never like, oh my god, a Toyota Tercel, there it goes. Like, oh, this is the greatest car ever. No, I've never been like that. I don't even know anything about the car, so let's learn about it together. I found an old advertisement for it on YouTube. Take a look.
Hey, what's a nice family like the Vengroves doing in a place like this?
We're going on vacation.
The four-wheel drive Toyota Tercel wagon is on the move again. Destination, fun. Because this Tercel switches from front wheel to four-wheel drive on command.
There it is!
Wow. And gives the best gas mileage of any four-wheel drive car. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's also spacious, smooth, tough.
What a feeling, Toyota.
Okay, one, let's just talk about how they ended up on an iceberg. 80s advertising. Second of all, anytime that there is a Toyota, it doesn't matter where or when it is, somebody is jumping. There is no way someone is this excited about a Toyota Tercel. Why are we always jumping? Thank you. This guy gets it. Boston sports fan 11 years ago. They go from the woods to an iceberg. WTF. Somebody just said Toyota Tercel. All right, regardless. Nobody's that excited about a Toyota Tercel. Maybe I am. This is not a car that anyone dreamed about owning. It wasn't anyone's dream car. I want to own a Toyota Tercel. Hey, what's your dream car? Oh, a Toyota Tercel SR5. It is cool, though. It is a cool car. The more I find out about this car, the cooler and quirkier it is. Let's take a look at it. Because who bought this? And what exactly is this? This is a Toyota Tercel from the early 1980s, finished in orange metallic over a brown cloth and vinyl interior, in which, by the way, when you look at the interior, it looks very nice. I do love that cloth. It kind of reminds me of the Volkswagen Plaid, but Toyota. The brown works very nice on it, especially because it's like a burnt orange type of thing. It looks really nice. I will admit it looks good. So here's where things get a little bit weird, right? So this car is four-wheel drive. A 6-speed manual transmission, and the first gear doesn't even basically exist because it's called like extra low gear, or it has the extra low gear. I'm not really sure what that's for. I'm just reading about it here on the auction. If someone could let me know, that would be great. But regardless, this is still cool, and Toyota kind of expect you to go off-road with this because they give it inclinometer, or a kilometer, inclinometer. Anyway, the gauge that tells you like how steep of an angle you're on or what type of hill you're on, so this thing was kind of built to go off-road, I guess. Inside you get sport seats, I guess. That's what it's called, front sport seats. Generous to call them sport seats, I will say. You also get a split folding rear bench, an AM/FM cassette stereo, air conditioning, crank windows, and a brown upholstery that's everywhere. And like I said, it looks very good. I will not lie, it looks good. But given that this is a, 17, 25, 42-year-old car, it's a bit, I won't say old, it's still young. 42 is young, 42 is new. But given, the years on it, there's going to be some wear, which is okay. It adds to the 80s Honda character. Every car needs some wear and tear with some stories on it. This one has speakers that don't work. The headliner's stained. The carpet is torn. The seatbelt trim is broken. But keep in mind, this car has 140,000 miles on it, and it's been like Washington and California. It's been all around the West Coast. So, of course, it's going to have some damage or some wear. It's not going to be perfect. The paint's also faded. There's corrosion on the liftgate. There's scratches, discolorization, blemishes. But that's fitting for an 83 Honda, right? Kind of would want that. It shows story and character. I don't know when something that's like perfect and ideal, and then I'd be afraid to drive it everywhere. It's like, oh, I'm going to mess up the paint. Under the hood is a 1.5 liter 3AC inline-four, making a grand total of, are you ready for this? 62 horsepower, which at the time, I assume probably wasn't horrible for an 83 Honda, and 76 pound-feet of torque. So it's been kept up to date, though. The carb has been rebuilt. The cooling system was replaced. Looks like the ignition was refreshed. The vacuum hoses were swapped. So it's been taken care of, so no issues there. Here's also what's a little bit weird. Power goes through the front wheels or all four through the 6-speed gearbox, so you can choose front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You get the 6-speed manual gearbox, but underneath it's been upgraded with MR2 brake components, suspension bushings, new control arms, shocks, tie rods, and CV axles, which is hilarious because absolutely nobody was pushing this car to the limit. Nobody was like, I'm going to push my Toyota Tercel SR5 to the absolute maximum it can. And if you were, I would like to see it. But again, that's the point, because no one bought this to go fast. No one bought this as a flex. No one bought this because it was cool, right? People bought this because it was an 83 Honda. It would start every morning. It was 6-speed. It would go through the snow. It was reliable. And that's what was cool. You don't have to worry about jumping the car every morning or not being able to make it up the hill because there's snow. It's an 80s Honda. It's going to make it. It's going to live. And somehow, decades later, I'm sitting here talking about this weird little Honda orange little box car that's live on Bring a Trailer right now. If you want to know more about it, I'll link the auction in the description below. It's selling at no reserve, which is super interesting, almost as interesting as this car is. It's actually not really that interesting that it's selling at no reserve, but it's awesome for people who want to buy it because there's no reserve on it. And I'm done talking about reserve, and this is the end of the video. Enjoy the Toyota Tercel SR5.